Hello, my name is Juan Hernandez. I work on the project called Virtual Roll Call version 4. Roll calls are briefing meeting in police department where the officer get their assignment and critical information. For many reasons, officers were missing this meeting, and therefore, after the meeting is over, the supervisor was not able to give them that critical information in order to perform the job. So the solution was to create a web page. It will eliminate the need of the officer to be in person in this meeting. It will allow the officer to receive that information in real time. For this, we use the start UML in order to work our design. This is the user cases design for this project. The one in greens are the one that I worked on, the new feature that I worked on, and the one that gets grayed out is the new enhancement that they request, that the product owner requests. For this application, we use a model view controller for design pattern as a design pattern, and a client server as architectural pattern, where the client we're gonna run on all the officers' computer, and we're gonna have on the server side, we're gonna have the database. So this is the minimal class diagram that was created on StarUML. And here you can see the different stages and different part that the system is built on. We have the database is made on MySQL. We have a facet class in order to connect to the database and do data manipulations. And we have a data services which is exposing those functions and methods to different controllers that are used to the system. These are the user story I worked on. The user story 331 to keep track of visitor location. This is a very important one since this is a very important one that they request because the officers were having a hard time when they were going through different locations and they were able to mark it. They were repeating locations that they have visited before. So they need a way to mark or track those locations they have visited so they can repeat and move on to the list. User story 330. For this story, they request to match the fields of the original document on paper to match it in the system. The original one was having only 3 fields. As an enhancement, and improve the user login by limiting the access from different point of the applications. Another feature that I worked on was the archive-only documents. For this, I had to improve the archive process since they were archiving documents that the officer were not seeing or have not seen, so they were archiving after 7 days. And another enhancement that I worked on was when they were viewing documents, they were having issue because it was too small and then they would have to make it to fit the screen. So I created code changes. So it will, when they open the document to see it, it will open as to fit the screen. The user story we present is the 331, which is keep track of visitor location. As an officer, I would like to track the location I visit so it can help me identify the location I haven't been at. So this user story have certain criteria, which provide the ability to the office to mark and unmark location in the view watch order screen, provide a button to unmark all, save changes so that when officer logs out and logs back in, he or her location is marked as they have the same location mark as they left. In StarUML, I create this sequence diagram. In here, you can see how the officer will interact with the system so we can achieve what they asked for. At the beginning, they click just on the watch order. The watch order call a function of the controller called select. With this, we call itself another function that is inside that controller. With that function, we call a function that is on the data services. That data service will make a request to the database to log a location that you mark as tracked. And then it will roll back, and the user, what we see is mark the location or highlighted as blue. Next screen, this is an example, the screenshot, where we can see here the locations where they mark one and it was highlighted. This is another one version where they highlight the second one and mark the other one. And in this one, they select both of them and then they can click the on select location. As it's in here to uncheck all. All this is a story where I handle on Mingle. These are my all user stories. And here you can see how it was set up. Said it was done, priority mouse. It was worth 24 points because we had to do a lot of work in the background on the database, creating triggers, procedure in order to handle this, and events. I will show an example of it working on it. If we mark these two, then we can get out of that. Then we go back in, we see it is marked. We select this one. We go back out, back in, sit there. Also, we can uncheck this one. We mark on unchecked at all. Then we gotta go back in. We're back. Okay, this is everything for the story 331.